We are live. Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Let me just move things around a little bit so I can see better. Okay. Whew. I am like sweating already, my hands are sweating. There's lots of energy coming through already. How are you guys feeling? This might be a little loud. Let's turn that down. I'm just gonna check the chat real quick and see how all you guys are doing. Hi Bert, how are you? I did ship out your package. It should be there Monday, I believe. To check the tracking. Hi Scott Murphy, how are you? I better turn that off so that doesn't happen again. Okay. Hi Hannah Mori, how are you? Hi Nova Nova. Oh, Genevieve. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hi Aisha and Taryn. You made it. Hi. So, I know it's not as bright as it usually is. I had a migraine all day, so I've been kind of like trying to get through the energy. So I did not do the light, so I apologize for it being a bit dimmer here today. That light that I have over here that kind of brightens everything up. Actually, I forgot this thing has a light on it. I wonder if that helps at all. No, not really. I mean, I guess it does a little bit. Okay. Brightens it up just a little bit so I don't have so many shadows on. Oh, that's a little bit too bright. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I'm playing with the light here. Apologies for that, you guys. Okay, hopefully I said hi to everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I accidentally almost just blocked somebody and I don't even know who it was. I do not like how easy my phone like does things like that. Okay. I think that's everybody. We got 10 in the chat, so I hope I didn't miss somebody. Hi everybody. How's everybody doing? You got headphones and you've been getting used to it again. Okay. Oh, hi Bravery, you're here. Hi. Been heavy today. Yeah, the energy. Yeah, yesterday and today was just impossible. A migraine yesterday and today. So, I've been doing a lot of clearing. So it's like these have been beneficial migraines. So it's like whenever they come on, I do like incredible amounts of shadow work. So it's like I can't complain about them too much, but they're just so painful. And I also got like, I don't know, like lots of stuff going on with my third eye today. So if anybody else has been getting a lot of like activations in their third eye, could be connected to that. I also was feeling it a lot. You had a migraine since last night, Aisha, so you got one too. Hi Strawberry Time, you're back. Thank you for coming. So this meditation is going to be super chill. It's not going to be super high energy like I usually have, because I've been struggling today, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you. My energy and I just totally just saw like an orb or something fly in front of me. So my higher self has like literally been carrying me through the day today, so maybe that was him stopping by to say hello. So today's meditation. Oh, what up, Glitch? How's it going? Your heart has been fluctuating past hour and a half, multiple hearts, feeling crazy. Yeah, you know, it's funny, I've been getting, so today's meditation is going to be connected to the higher heart, so I've been getting a lot of that pain like right here, as that's been kind of releasing any holds or ties that were connected to like my sacral and my root chakra, and then I also was discovering my ear. I keep feeling like stuff going on around me. There's just some interesting energy going on right now. I don't even know what to say. Hi Soul Moon's Rising, thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here. And Miracle, oh my gosh. Okay, so Miracle has been getting this similar kind of download that I'm going to be going through, and so I'm super glad that he's here, because he can kind of bounce off some of this information that's been kind of integrating. And then we also have some other really I don't know what the word is, ascended frequencies in the house that are really gonna enjoy this little thing that I put together for you guys. So today's meditation is going to be connecting with the feeling dizzy and drugged. Me too. I was feeling like I'm like on something. I just can't even explain it. It's been so weird. I've done so much energy clearing just to get the migraine to go away so that I could have live tonight. It's like when I used to not know how to do energy clearing and I just had to deal with migraines. I don't even know, because it's like, it saves me so much. Yeah, it's been an interesting day, Glitch. Oh, that is just an understatement. I can't even. So, let's kind of get right into it, because my brain is like, right now, it's kind of, woo! That's kind of like, I don't know, it's like the migraine frenzy. So, I'm focusing on 3 chakras, but these tie into multiple chakras. So, I actually drew a little diagram, and I'm going to show it to you guys here. That's going to connect with some of the things we're going to talk about today. So what we're working with today is going to be the higher heart chakra, the Thymus chakra. So we have the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart chakra, then we have the throat, third eye, and crown chakras here. And then with the heart expression in our third dimensional existence, because everything has equal and opposite frequencies because of the type of, how do I put this? The type of dimension that we're in currently. And so we are evolving into what is called the higher heart, or ascended heart frequency. So it's basically, if you can see, I don't know if you can see the little arrows that I have here, and then the little arrows that I have here. So what that to me represents here is the heart chakra expressing love through polarity, through the masculine and the feminine charge, masculine and feminine heart, or, however you want to put that, but expressing love through polarity. And then the higher heart, and you see how I have the arrows going in from both sides of the polarity, is expression of divine love without ego. So expressing love without polarity. And if you can see it like an energetic system, this is what it looks like. The external and the internal. So this is all part of your energetic workings, and understanding how these work can help you get to this point here, which is the higher heart. And the higher heart is connected to the sacral chakra, which is connected to the immune system, which is connected to the lymphatic system, which is also connected to a lot of what we're dealing with right now with the virus, the coronavirus, and even the location of it, if you think about it, is right here in the chest, connected to the lungs. And the lymphatic system is your immune system. What is being attacked right now as a collective is the immune system. So today's healing is going to be connected to healing the higher heart, activating the higher heart. And I'm going to go over some of the different things about the higher heart because I found some really cool information about the higher heart today as I was kind of like preparing for this meditation. So the higher heart is also known as the thymus gland. And I haven't had a chance to look at the chat yet, so I'm going to check it in just a minute because I just want to get through this while my brain is functioning. So the higher heart is also known as the thymus gland. It is also known as the transpersonal chakra. So this is, in esoteric terms, energetic terms, known as the fountain of youth, because it is like, it controls the aging process. Once you hit the age of 50, the thymus gland basically begins to disintegrate, and then you begin to age. You can be up until the age of 50 and still look, fairly young. But then you start to disintegrate if you don't have a healthy higher heart gland, because that is connected to like the fountain of youth, quote unquote, whatever. So everything that we hear, these terms that we hear in fairy tales and myths and stuff like that, they all have energetic, sorry, I'm a little crooked here, correspondences to different parts of our body. You have like the Holy Grail, you have, the fountain of youth. The fountain of youth is like the thymus gland. So some of the colors that come from this particular frequency are soft pink, like teal, aqua, turquoise blue, and white. So if you think about those colors, what are common frequencies that you connect with those colors. With pink, a lot of times we think about like rose quartz, like this color, like unconditional love, connecting with that frequency of unconditional love. And what is the function of the thymus, the higher heart? It's expression of love without ego, divine love. Okay? Sorry, I gotta keep my notes in front of me so that I stay on task. Otherwise, I will go on somewhere, a tangent. Okay, so because it produces what is called T leukocytes, so if anybody has thyroid problems or has had issues with autoimmune disease connected to the thyroid, they may have heard of T cells or T leukocytes, and how these support the immune system, the immune response, considering usually if you're having low T count, you don't have an immune response, you have an autoimmune response, or you have too many T cells is the autoimmune response, I think is what it is. I think I just said that backwards. When we're looking at the higher heart in terms of when it is the most active within your lifetime is going to be like childhood and adolescence. So if you think about health, who gets sick the least? It's the kids that are like, I want to say like 5 to 7 to like, you know, the early teens, have like these crazy immune systems where they just can go play in dirt and mud and not get sick. And that's because their higher heart chakras are functioning very well with their other chakras as long as they haven't been through a lot of emotional trauma. And I'm actually going to get to that because a lot of the things that shut down the higher heart chakra are connected to these 3 lower chakras. So if you start blowing out these 3 lower chakras early in childhood, you actually go through early decay. You start aging prematurely. You start breaking down. Your body stops functioning properly. Your immune system stops responding. I noticed, and I had mentioned that I had found that there was a connection earlier to the coronavirus and the higher heart, because most of the people dying from the coronavirus and from the flu virus and from viruses in general are over the age of 50. And the age of 50 is when the higher heart begins to decay if you don't know how to energetically keep it running. So what I think is that as a consciousness, we are going to evolve ourselves and the way that we look at energy, and we're actually going to start living longer because we're going to start connecting with that higher heart chakra. We're going to start looking younger for longer. We're going to start living to be several, probably even 100 years old. Who knows? I don't know how it works. But the other thing that I realize is that this is the higher heart, the thymus gland, is not just humans, okay? This is all mammals on Earth. And not even just mammals. I think it was also birds, amphibians, fish, reptiles. And one of the biggest things that shuts this gland down is malnutrition and psychological trauma. And what are the 2 biggest problems we have today in our society, in our culture? Malnutrition and psychological trauma. So that's why so many of the people within the collective are sick and not getting better because they aren't realizing that there's this energetic center within their body that's actually controlling some of these energies that are, and it's not controlling, it's connected to, because everything is connected, but it's not even being able to function because it's being blocked from these lower chakras before it even has a chance to expand itself. I'm sorry about the noise. That's my cat. She is playing with, stop that, with the cord that my computer is plugged in. I am so sorry. So I'm just going to take a minute and check the chat while everybody, I have 22 people in the house. Nice. Woo woo. All right. And let's see. Oh, looks like I need to refresh the page. I don't have any of that on here. Okay, let's see. So ears are ringing too, Scott Murphy. Okay, you were feeling touching on the nose, face, and legs. Me too. I kept feeling like I don't know if it was just like electric energy. Oh, I just felt something weird. I'm feeling so many weird sensations coming through me right now. I just can't even explain it. Oh, man. Okay. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes with your daughter all day, Scott Murphy. Oh my gosh, are you doing the at-home school too? I haven't even been able to do work because I just do at-home school till like most of the day because I have 3 kids. So even though my 2 youngest ones aren't technically in school, they have to be in school when my son is in school, otherwise he can't stay on task. So I'm basically like a teacher now. And until my son is done with his schoolwork, I don't get to start doing my work. So I've been like really having to change my schedule around, and it's actually been really beneficial because it showed me where I was maybe not in the now moment so much with my kids. I was kind of pushing them out of my frequency and maybe like not fully integrating their presence like I needed to be, and this has kind of forced me to do that in a good way. You're tired, but you want to be here. I'm glad you're here, Nova Nova. And if you fall asleep, that's okay. You can always come back and watch a replay. Or you get the energy regardless. I mean, just by being here and tuning in and knowing that you're connected. Yes, now you can see why I got excited about my reading this morning. And so that just brings me to another announcement. I have lots of announcements. So, while I'm on that, because Soul Moon's Rising mentioned it, I'm going to start alternating my Fridays with something a little bit different. So I'm going to be still doing light language meditations on Fridays, but every other Friday I'm going to do a dance meditation. So this is going to be where I encourage you to make a space in your area that's big enough for you to also get up and dance, because I want you to dance with me. I want us to dance together during this meditation. I want it to be an active dance meditation. And it's going to be really big for me because one of my biggest challenges, I'm a dancer. I've been a dancer my whole life, but I've had a problem dancing for people, especially because it makes me feel like I'm being too much in my ego, and then I'm always worried that people are going to be like, oh, she's just being too sexual, or it's just there's this fear, and this is part of what I'm going to go over here in a minute. There's this fear connected to my emotional expression, and then also the expression of my sexuality, which is connected to my creativity, which is connected to my ability to dance for you guys. So this is going to be very healing for me because I'm overcoming a very big shadow. And I'm hoping this will also be very healing for you guys, because dance is very healing, and just the energy and the frequencies that we get from it is very healing. And I'm very excited about it because I've been like really kind of not wanting to do it, but I've been guided towards doing it. And I have actually even been dancing almost every day. I didn't today because of my migraine, but almost every day dancing again, just so that my body can get back into shape enough to be able to dance with you guys, for you guys. And I'm so excited. And while I'm on announcements, just real quick, because this is the other big thing that I've been working on, and I've mentioned this on my other live streams because this is something that's very important to me. And my buddy Glitch, who's in the live stream chat, Soothe the Glitch. So we got together and we collaborated on a product. This product is a unisex spray, perfume or cologne spray, whatever you want to call it. And we also have the roll-on here. And the roll-on lasts a really, really long time. It's a little metal roller bottle, so it really doesn't deposit a whole lot of product on you at once. Some people like it better. I think I'm going to get both tops so that I can offer both the roller and the plastic, and so that people can choose which ones they prefer. But that's going to be in the future once I can add some more products to the store. Right now we are running kind of low on inventory, so if there's something in particular you want, especially the oils and the smaller bottles, check them out now. And if what you want isn't there, I'm going to be adding more stuff soon. So I just had to do that real quick while Glitch is in the house and not asleep yet, because it is really late over on his side. So I wanted to get that in while he was still here. So I'm going to take a minute and check the chat again. I'm sorry if I'm missing a lot of your guys' questions. I don't want to get too far behind before I go into the rest before we start the meditation. Okay. So, oh, Bravery, your T cells are low. And you were having issues with your thyroid too, so that could be connected to the higher heart. So hopefully this will help kind of release maybe some blockages and free up some of that immune system and maybe kick. For me, like I have Hashimoto's. It's an autoimmune disease connected to the thyroid. And for me, when I started speaking light language, my thyroid started healing itself. I was also doing the Dr. Sebi diet, and that was contributed to that. But I think the combination of the both is really what ultimately healed my Hashimoto's and made me basically symptomless. And I still have flares, like they come through every now and then. They'll last for a couple days and then I get better. And that's kind of what happens when you have an autoimmune disease, especially when I get a lot of energy gunked up in my system, I'm not working on myself, then I will have flare-ups. G cells. Glitch cells. Q cells for Hanamori. You never get sick, Michelle. You must have an incredible, like, chakra system. Your immune system's connected to the sacral, the higher heart, so if those are both, like, well-balanced for you, then you're going to have a really well-balanced immune system. Hi, John Finney. I'm waving at you because you waved. I just got myself doing that. I'm glad you're here. It's like 3 a.m. where he's at. Yeah, so right above the sternum. So if you think heart chakra is like right around here, you got the throat chakra right there. Kind of like right where my Moldavite is sitting. Aha! That's so funny. My Moldavite sitting right over the higher heart chakra. It's funny, I always make like intuitive jewelry and I don't always realize the reason why I made things a certain way until like it clicks. I'm like, oh, that's why I made that certain way. Yeah, my cat, she really is a pain, isn't she? Oh gosh. You've been getting electrical zaps all over your body, Michelle. Me too. And like, it feels like, like because I have a lot of hair on my face, I must have been like a werewolf or something, I don't know. But I get like the hairs on my cheeks, like they start to raise and I can feel it. I don't know if anybody else gets that. I got like peach fuzz all over my face. You've been downloading It's a Mental Attack. This is what makes it biological diseases and an energetic sickness at its core. Exactly. So every external disease has like an internal function an internal energetic function that it's connected to. So how, as Miracle was saying, and you could even say this is like an entity because it can become one if you allow it to fester long enough. So, like when we remove entities and attachments from certain chakras, they essentially maybe even could have been created through those blockages. Something can live within you for long enough, a blockage within you long enough, start running different systems within your body. This is why knowing how to work with energy, especially within your own body, is so important. This is why we as a collective need to all know how to work with energy. Not just energy healers. We all need to know how to do it. It needs to be common knowledge. Because we need to be able to know when we have something inside of one of our chakras, and we don't need to have to go to somebody else to get rid of it. We need to be able to do it ourselves. So that's one of the things that I really hope for the future, for the ascension, for the new earth, for everything, is that everybody learns how to do energy healing on themselves. And then we can also do it on each other. I love getting energy healings from other people, and I love giving people healings. So even though I'm a healer, I love to receive them from other healers. Your kid's in preschool. You've been FaceTiming her teachers. Yeah, so my kid does FaceTime. He's been doing twice a week, but now they're going to start doing it every day. And they do like Google Classroom. Anybody else here do Google Classroom? It's interesting. I was like surprised how quick they whipped that together. Because my my husband's aunt is a teacher in San Francisco, or not San Francisco, San Jose, and they have the same kind of system. So it's a completely different state, but they have the same system. So I'm sure we're not the only ones that are running through Google Classroom. Oh, hi, Leanne. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad to have you. Oh, you're so... I'm so glad you're going to be here for the... I hope you can be here for the dance meditation next week. It's going to be my first one. Hopefully it goes well. And we'll get warmed up and do like some breathing and some stretching and stuff. We're not going to go right into dancing. I'll get you guys all warmed up first, all right? We'll get ourselves all nice and warm and toasty, and then we'll get all funky. Boogie down. Yes, dance party. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right. What kind of music do I like? So I like all types of music. I'm like every type of music girl. I don't really listen to country, but I have respect for it. The closest I get to that is like country style blues. I really like blues a lot. You don't do dancing, Glitch, but you can like, you don't have to. I mean, you can chair dance. Boogie in your seat. You love to dance with energies. I know. I honestly, like, because it's something I've been doing recently and like trying to make it a daily habit, I've been noticing that my physical body, because if I sit down for very long or stand in one position for very long, just moving from that position to another position, I will literally like limp and like, ugh, like an old lady. Like my bones and my body just don't work right. And a lot of that's because I just don't move it enough. And if I could just start dancing again and working out again like I used to, I don't think I would have even a fraction of the amount of pain that I deal with on a daily basis. Oh, Braver, I know you'll be part of the dance party, right? Right? Yeah. Is autoimmune disease common for starseeds? That's such a good question, because you know what? I have met so many starseeds with autoimmune diseases. So I'm going to say yes, it is common, and I think that there's an energetic reason for it. I think that a lot of starseeds, or at least the awakened ones, are of kind of like higher evolved consciousness, and so they're having a harder time with certain chakras because they're bringing in a lot. I feel like a lot of I feel weird calling them star seeds, because there's star seeds, galaxy seeds, whatever, a million different names. Awakened, ascended, like 4th to 5th dimensional consciousness humans. I feel before they get to the 5th, I'm talking more like maybe in the 4th dimensional, coming out of the 3rd dimensional. Well, a lot of them have experienced, either are experiencing a remission of an autoimmune disease, or had an autoimmune disease, or are currently fighting an autoimmune disease. It's just so common that I can't say that there's not a connection. I just haven't been able to tell you exactly what that is. You had an autoimmune disease when you were 7, Carm? And you've been healing and unblocking with it. Yeah. And I feel like mine is very much connected to my sacral and my higher heart and my throat chakra, because it's connected to the thyroid and the lymphatic system, very much so. You have an autoimmune disease, and you also speak light language. I'm not sure what an ANA is. But yeah, I can definitely vouch from experience, that speaking light language made a significant difference in my health and helped heal me tremendously. Like I can't even put words to experience because it was so tremendous. Whew. And like I'm just like feeling so much energy right now, you guys. Oh my gosh. Alopecia. You don't have a single hair on your entire body, Morgan Brown. That's incredible. Wow. That is so interesting. And you know, if you think about like evolved higher selves, evolved ET selves, none of them have hair on their bodies, or most of them have evolved out of the need of having hair on their bodies. So maybe your body just decided it wanted to evolve a little bit sooner than everybody else's. There could be something to that. You do Google Classroom in Toronto, Canada too, so it's not just nationwide, it's like international, because Canada, I'm in the US. So yes, the Etsy link is in the description box, okay, so that it's easy to find. And I'll throw it in the comments also after the post is over. Whew. I don't know if you guys are feeling that energy come in, but I just like felt a lot of energy come through. Like I'm trying to like hold back the light language. So I'm gonna see if I can get caught up on the chat so that I can go ahead and get the meditation started before we lose everybody. So you're extremely sensitive to temperature. You get hot or cold easily. Right, hair regulates your. People don't realize how much hair regulates your body temperature. You're right about that. Definitely, it does. And I know how like the hot and cold. I have no body. I have a lot of body hair, but I have no body temperature regulation. It just doesn't work. It's broken. So you've been in and out of remission too, and the timelines match up with huge lessons and transitions. I can definitely relate to that for sure. Soul Moons has a thyroid disorder too, so I'm not the only one. I know that there's a higher heart connection there. There's definitely a higher heart connection there. Hi, Love 9 Dragon. Thank you for being here. If there are light seeds, are there dark seeds? I believe so. I think that for every there's an equal and opposite, for everything. So, yeah, I believe that there are dark seeds. You're absolutely, I mean, why not? If there's, light seeds that come from the stars, there are also going to be the opposites, because we live in a polarity universe and everything has to have a balance. So, I mean, it makes sense. Morgan Brown, thank you, is definitely an experience. I've dealt with both ends of the extremes. When I was younger, I had a lot of hair, long hair down to my butt, and a huge, thick beard. Amazing. Wow. So really getting to have the full spectrum experience. Yes, we are sensitive in human form. That's so true. It's so true. These human bodies, they're so limiting, which is why I wanted to do this meditation, because one of the things that was really interesting is I woke up with a weird word in my head, and it was Sai-Sun. And it was Japanese. The way I was hearing it was Japanese. It was like somebody was saying it to me in Japanese, like, Sai-Sun. And I was like, what does that mean? And I was like seeing it spelled out in my mind, so I went and looked it up, and I could only find that it meant taking measurements. I'm like, what? How does this have to do with the meditation for today? And I think it was like how we kind of measure our spirituality, how we kind of take measurement of where we are spiritually, how we find that measure, and how we see ourselves, and how we can kind of embody that ascended being, that ascended self, that ascended frequency that is connected with these different systems. So we have these different systems. This is like one system, this is one system, and this is one system. And each system has its aspect of ascendancy, I think. That kind of just the way I'm seeing it. So it's like, you have, and this is something that I'm gonna have to integrate more of, but I'm just saying this is like your foundational system, this is like your heart system, and this is like your divine connection system. And so, like how we have systems within systems within systems within systems, and you can break them down in a variety of different ways depending on how you want to look at, communicate with the energy, and evolve yourself and your chakras. So anybody who's worked with evolving chakras, you know that the standard chakra system is not just how everything is supposed to work. You can evolve your operating system through your own intention, through your own knowing, and through your own energy work of basically just telling what your chakras what to do, what you want them to do. You can tell your body what to do. You write your own programs. That's what this is about. You learning how to write your own programs, using the energy within your own body, the systems within your own body, learning to understand your operating system so that you can write your own operating system. You don't have to stick with the template that you're given the template that you're given is just a base template, okay? You're given a base template, and now you get to take everything you learned and that base template and you get to evolve it, okay? And part of what you're evolving in this base template here is the heart chakra. You're evolving the expression of polarity into an expression of unified, unconditional love. There's no judgment. There's no ego connected to that. There's no, polarity there. Okay, so if you think about, like how I was talking about earlier, how what I'm going to start doing every other week is connected to today's meditation, being connected to the sacral chakra, the root chakra, and then the higher heart chakra. So the sacral chakra is connected to your emotional body and your emotional expression. All right, so if you think about what are one of the things that we have trouble with when we're expressing ourselves, we have fears. We have fears that are almost always connected to a belief system. A belief system that was put in place by a parent, a relative, or just somebody who meant something to you. And that's held in the root. And then that expression is also held through the sacral. So you have your root and your sacral right there being blocked up right off the bat if you're not taking care of that. So if you're expressing through the higher heart, you're expressing creatively. You're using non-polar expression, so no ego, but you're also using the sacral, the creative expression, because it's connected to the same system, the same functioning. And what is the sacral also connected to? Relationships with yourself, relationships with other people. Okay? So one of the things that we've been repairing in kind of this quarantine situation that we've been, it's been not just a relationship with the people around us, because we've been kind of having to be within each other's space. There's no separation with the stay-at-home orders, the quarantines. And then we're also having to spend a lot of time within ourselves. Those of you that don't have people around you are in quarantine with yourself, so you're spending a lot of internal time with yourself. So you're healing the root and the sacral chakra during this time that we're going through, and through healing the root and the sacral chakra, we're actually releasing those blockages, releasing those ties that were preventing us from accessing the higher heart chakra. Because if these are being tied up because of something that happened in your inner child, which is held in childhood, which is held in solar plexus, if your three lower bodies are completely like not working with this chakra, the higher heart chakra, it's not going to open, it's not going to function. All right, so being aware of how these energy bodies work and how to open them and expand them will help you evolve your chakra to the higher heart chakra. And really, you still have this chakra. This is just an evolved like program, because like I said, the template, it's not, everything is fluid. Our bodies are stuck together by moving particles that are moving all the time. Even though things look solid, they look like they're set in stone, everything's fluid, okay? So nothing's ever set in stone, just always know that. You can evolve your systems by educating yourself on how they work and healing yourself, basically, doing the work. It takes doing the work, really, it does. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to just check over my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything important, because I feel like I did a lot of talking and we're already like 40 minutes into the chat. Okay, so, yeah, exactly. If you can't go outside, then go within. Cats can get scared from positive energies. I think that they just get overwhelmed more than just scared. This might be overwhelming for them. Too much energy. Okay. There's a scared cat in your hall. You share a house. It's a little scaredy cat of the neighbors. I don't know why it's in the hall. Did it just come in your house randomly? Maybe it was attracted to the energy and it's just curious. Maybe not scared, just curious. I mean, cats have, they're very, very, they're so psychic. I don't know what word it is for it. They just are so aware of frequencies that we're just not. Like, my cat chases fairies around the room all the time, and you can tell she's chasing like a spirit or a fairy or something, because she's clearly like after something. You're like, what is it? What is it? What do you see but I don't see? Alright, everybody. So, I want you all to just get yourselves into a nice, comfortable position. I'm going to go ahead and get myself prepared for the meditation. Go ahead and grab yourself some water, a favorite crystal. You can light some pillow, whatever you would like to do. And so with this healing, I'm going to start working in the root chakra first. And we're going to kind of move up from the root to the sacral. And then we're going to go from the sacral to the higher heart. And then I'm going to run a sweep through all your chakras so we're not out of balance, okay? Oh, you're welcome, Bravery. I'm so glad you're here. We love having you in the meditations, and I love having all of you so much. All of your guys' energy. It's just, it's helping so much with this, because we heal Gaia. When we heal ourselves, we heal our collective, our family. We're all connected. Apologies. Sorry for that. Oh, hi, That Way. Thank you for being here. Oh, hi, Conscious Evolution. Thank you for being here. Hi, JW. So we had a couple people join. You guys made it just in time. Oh my gosh, perfect timing. I knew there was a reason there was a delay. We were waiting for you, JW. Oh, and I'm watching for us. You're here too. Oh, 31 in the chat. That's a synchronicity. Alright, so I'm going to connect with your guys' root chakra. I want you all to just put your awareness, your focus at the base of your spine, your base chakra, the root chakra. You can visualize the color red. You can visualize the element of fire. And I just want you to take some deep breaths while I connect with the frequency. Oh, hi, Rita. Thank you for being here. You just made it. We just started the meditation. We're working with the root chakra right now. You may start to feel a little bit of heat or tingling just near the base of your spine. As I kind of open that chakra. Just connect with that chakra now. I want you to start allowing anything that comes up in your mind, anything connected to a belief system, This could be a program set into place by a parental unit, association, grandparent, teacher. I want you to just allow this to come forward now. This could be a fear, some kind of fear connected to feeling safe, feeling secure. This could even be connected to superstitions. If there's a superstition that has been preventing you, creating some form of a limiting behavior, a limiting experience in your reality. Allow yourself to connect with any guides, with your higher self, to allow any information to come through. Allow them to bring through any synchronicities or signs to help you connect with a potential limitation, something that's holding you back, something in your root chakra connected to your survival instincts possibly, some fear, some belief structure, fear of pleasure or fear of pain. I want you all to just allow yourselves now to just let that fear, that belief system, allow it to rewrite itself. Allow your higher self and your guides to formulate a new foundation. Because there's always a reason why you have a fear. So what is the reason for that fear? What is it connected to? And how can we possibly potentially resolve that fear, that anxiety, that energy? How can we allow it to be resolved? Allow your higher self to speak to you now. And if you just need to sit in silence and let your mind work through the thoughts that are coming through, that is okay. Just let that happen. Light language is trying to come through, so I'm going to bring through some codes to help clear some programming connected to negative belief systems in the root chakra. Kora se'ira sa'ar. Kora se'ira sa'ar. Kora anakata sha'ar se'ir. Kora ira sanakata sha'ara sanata sha'ar. Kira sanakara sir. Kora anakata sha'ir sanata sha'ir. Ona kora sur anakata sha'ara sir. Kara sir. Ukor sa'ara sir. Kara sir. Take a deep breath and just release. Allow these energies to heal you now. Release. Release what you're still holding on to. Just allow yourself to just let it trickle down. You may feel it start trickling down your legs. That's okay. Just let it trickle down. Just let it move its way down your legs. Just allowing it to just move all the way down. You may start to feel a little bit of tingling in your feet now. As those energies just kind of drift down your body, releasing out now for Sora kara si kiera kara si kiera takatasha ara kiera sa ara kiera har kiera. Sakura si kiera kara kiera kiera sira kiera sira ira. Kora kiera si kiera ira kiera. Kora ka ara kiera sira ira. Kora si kiera sa ara kiera. So that was removing a belief structure system connected to fear, connected to your foundational well-being, connected to your roots. So this is root systems put into place by family, like your root family. So I'm getting highly connected to this particular incarnation. Kora se ira kara sira ara kira sira kara kira sara kira sira ira kira nakotosha ara kira sakara kira. And I just felt it shoot up into my throat, and I'm getting that this is fear of expressing your love without condition, because we have been programmed to express love with condition, because that is how we were loved, conditionally. And so this is rewriting that program, rewriting the template connected to conditional love, and opening yourself to a divine frequency of love, a love that there is no condition, where you don't have to feel in love with somebody to love them. You do not have to be attracted to somebody to love them. You do not have to have a reason to love this person. You love them because they are. You just love them. Okay? And that's what that was connected to. This is kind of opening so you can see. I'm getting 11 flashing in my eyes. Working in the higher heart, but also the solar plexus. So this was working with the inner child. This is programming put in during childhood that is blocking the higher heart from opening. So when the higher heart was very active, you were expressing love without condition. And this is actually when a lot of those conditional programs were put into place. You were told, oh, you can't love this person because of this reason. You can't love them because of that reason. You shouldn't love this person because of these reasons. And that's when those programs started being created. I'm getting the sacral chakra now. I'm seeing a lot of orange, but I'm also getting a lot of pink. So this is the sacral chakra, working with the sacral and the heart right now. And this is connected to the emotional response. The emotional response of the belief system that was put into place when you were a child. Sorry. Ukurasa arakira sanatasha arakira sarakira arakira harakara harakara sirkira anakatasha arakira sarakira anakoras karakira. This is connected to how you express yourself, your love, your unconditional love. People can express this in different ways, including through art. Sometimes when you're a child and you're expressing your love for art, you're told you can't love that kind of art. So that's where some of those blockages could be coming from too. You can find art in things that other people don't see as art. Don't be afraid to express your emotions through your creativity. Do not be afraid. Let that energy transform you. Allow the frequencies to transform you. Transform how you connect with yourself. Transform the relationships that you have with yourself and with others. Connect with that higher heart frequency. So, I've got my 2 crystals here, and maybe Bravery still in the house. This is a very special rose quartz from my buddy Bravery. And this one is from my little sister, and this is actually my daughter's rose quartz, but I like to use it when I do any kind of meditations connected to rose quartz. Oh, energy and light! Did you just get here? I'm so glad you're here. So rose quartz is very, very powerful for working with this frequency, working with the higher heart. So if you have rose quartz, I recommend using it to meditate with connecting with the higher heart. I have so much emotions coming through me right now. It's like I can't even explain it right now. So I'm just kind of going to allow the energies to assimilate and integrate. Go ahead and take some deep breaths. Allow yourself to ground. Ground the energies. Allow them to anchor within your being and assimilate, integrate within every aspect of yourself across all time, space, and dimension. And just take some deep breaths and allow this energy to just fill your space, surround you with this loving frequency, this loving healing energy. Oh, I love you all so much. I have so much love coming through me right now. I can't even. Okay, so as you guys are kind of taking some breaths and bringing yourself back to your bodies, I'm just going to kind of look over the chat and, oh shit, I almost just hit block again. That keeps happening. My ears are still ringing. Like, there's like, I don't even know if it almost like feels like I'm in like a void space. It's so weird. It's like there's like a harmonic sound to everything. It's like, I don't know. Like kind of the sound like when you're in a cave, like the sound of no sound, but sound. Not no sound, but sound of sound. Like the harmonics of sound. I'm sounding, none of that makes any sense. Oh, Mom. You guys have to put up with so much weirdness from me. Thank you. Okay, so let's see if I can catch up here. Okay, so your cat made it outside. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, you haven't been here in a little while, Conscious Evolution. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Oh, I almost just dropped my phone. Oh, Scorpio energy. Were you feeling that too? Dude. Wow. I'm glad I'm not the only one that picked up on that. Okay. Oh, thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to have you. Woo! Yes, yes. John Binney put it really well. The harmonic sound of the beautiful, I don't know what emoy is, void, but I'm just going to say the beautiful void. We are filling it with love. So, I had this dream a while back where I went to like a dimension, and I think it might have been connected to my home, because my home is from another universe. So, in this place, there's no like physicality. It was all sound, frequency, and light. And so when I hear things like sound, I think I hear sounds that maybe people don't hear like normally. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's almost like I hear sounds that aren't there, but they're there to me. Like clairaudience, but it's just like the sound of the room. It's not like a communication. It's just like I'm just hearing the sound of the room, like the energy, the sound of the energy itself. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but I think it's connected to kind of where it come from. Okay. Oh, empty void, yeah. Everything you said about the color and light was right on with you, JW. Amazing. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, okay, so maybe you're familiar with that dimension. I knew you were connected for some reason. Maybe we come from similar places or same places, or, you know, because there's a lot of dimensions that have similarities. My dimension's very similar to, energetically, to like the fairy dimension, so I connect a lot with fairies, which is in this universe. So, you feel buzzing all the time. At one point it was quiet. Hold on. Miracle, you distracted me. I love you so much. I will read that message in just a minute because I just got heat like shooting through my body, so I feel like it's powerful. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm burning up here. Oh, Miracle, you and Carm have some powerful energy. You guys are a powerful pair. I'm like burning up over here. You hear energy and frequencies too, Glitch? Okay, so I'm not the only one. Cool. Yes. Yes. Synchronicity, Carm. Hope I lost my chat. Getting distracted here. Okay. Oh, I love you guys so much. Ooh, this is so exciting. What an amazing meditation. It's a frequency that resonates in you. Yes, exactly, because I don't just hear it. I can, like, feel it in my body. Like, you know how, like, when you're, like, like, speaking to, like, a sound and you can, like, feel the frequencies? That's, like, how I can... It's like my body is also a resonator. Yeah. Hear and feel the ambient frequency of space, and that could be part of how we're evolving in like our crystalline structures, like evolving from carbon-based structures to crystalline structures. Of course, I start grabbing the copper and I start speaking language because I've been doing a lot of water healing, water alchemy. This bottle like triggers my light language. This was a gift from Mr. John Binney. Scott Murphy says, that's how I feel about music. Everyone in my life thinks I'm crazy for how I can just get out of bed and dance. He. And I've started every pit I've been in. I miss my concert days. I miss mosh pitting so much. I used to get so crazy. Talk about like releasing some insane amounts of energy. You wanna release some crazy energy, like get into a mosh pit. It's like, oh, there's no holds barred there. You can just like well, I mean, there's rules, but, I mean, don't be an asshole. And you can really, like, do some serious shadow work in a mosh pit. Michelle says, I meant I hear the buzzing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's, and you know, when I notice when there's like a lot of solar winds coming in, it's like I can hear them come in. It's so strange. I'll be like, I can hear something coming in. I'll look at my husband, I'll be like, I can hear something. I bet you, I'll pull it up on my phone, something's coming in because I can hear it. And something will most definitely like be coming in. At first he used to think I was just crazy, and then I just kept backing up my shit. Okay, we are getting crooked here. How we get so crooked? You guys like my new crown I made? I just made this yesterday. It's moldavite. I don't know if I've told you about how much I love moldavite. This is moldavite, and this is moldavite. And then I also have hematite and black tourmaline on the back, protecting the back of my skull. And then I've got like loads of labradorite, malachite, and lodolite on the sides here, and then raw elite shungite. So I am like, I got my head protected. I'm watching For Us. I woke this morning to a vision of violet and indigo fluorescent geometry like a flower of life, and my lower back literally shook me awake. Anyone else have something similar? Sounds like a Kundalini activation. Like, from my experience, because everybody's experience is different, because mine goes up and down, I've had experiences where I was waking up in the morning and seeing something similar to what I would say with like some kind of sacred geometry, maybe the flower of life, with those colors. And what I saw that as was my crown chakra opening and my third eye opening, but it was also very much connected to my Kundalini awakening. So that could have been what that was. But like I said, everybody's kind of different. That's just, it sounded so similar to what I had experienced. Like, I was just like, what I got from that. Miracle has a tattoo on my right arm. I feel it in my bones. Oh, that's so cool, because you know how people say they can feel it in your bones? And I'm going to have to look up what chakra the bone system is connected to. But I bet it's connected to one of the emotional bodies, either the sacral or the heart or something connected to feeling. I bet you. I'm seeing if I wrote anything down in my notes, but I don't see anything. You call it hear, feeling, healing. So Glitch is really good at like kind of feeling out energies. He helped me connect with a blockage that was kind of trying to come up, but I was kind of ignoring it. That actually kind of led to this whole meditation, this download, everything that I shared earlier, kind of cracking that code, connected to the higher heart chakra and all that jazz. Was kind of triggered by some help by my buddy Glitch. He was helping me through some stuff. So if you guys, if anybody in the chat needs like somebody who's good with spiritual guidance, helpful in that manner, check out Soothe the Glitch, his channel. He also does like one-on-one sessions with people. So just thought I would mention that. Big shout out, because he is in the chat, and he kind of inspired a lot of the information that came through with this meditation. So you've been hearing the frequencies all week this week as well. Yeah, they've been extra loud this week. There's been some crazy energy, like freaking psychotic energy this week. Like, has anybody been just like struggling? Like, the energy has been so powerful. It's been like slamming it on the ground, like, fix yourself. Slam it on the ground. Fix yourself some more. Like, okay, I'll fix myself some more. The Atlas comment, I think, is pretty far away, and it's like going down. It's not really gonna be like, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's kind of breaking apart, but everything that's breaking apart is happening behind it, and so it's all staying on the same path, and it's all kind of going a little bit biased and then down. So there's really not a whole lot of stuff to worry about that. I mean, there's so many other things happening. God, I just keep making it worse, don't I? Happening in space and atmosphere. Atlas is just a distraction. They're just trying It's the media trying to create fear, to try to potentially even co-create a timeline that doesn't need to exist. So be aware of what programs you allow within your perspective. And that's all. That's everything we watch is just creates programs. That's those belief systems that we hold in our root chakra. So, and you can always rewrite your belief systems through your awareness. You also got shook awake, Michelle? Yeah, so my husband couldn't sleep the night before. He was up all night. I couldn't sleep last night. I was up all night. Energy's been freaking crazy. I'll tell you what. I woke up, so weird. So I woke up night before last, 12:28. It was 12:28 when I looked at my clock. And it was the weirdest thing. I can't even explain, because when I woke up, I literally felt like I was going into like a hologram, like a simulation, and I was so aware that I was in a hologram and in a simulation. It's like I woke up, I got my body out of bed and took myself to the bathroom. It was like I was picking up an avatar, taking it to the bathroom, and then putting it back to bed, all with this awareness that this was just a holographic fake experience. And I don't know if that was just my dream or what. It was so strange, and I have not been able to kick that feeling that and even it just, I don't know. I'm starting to become so highly aware of the illusion that it's almost like I can see the game in everything, like even the things that I say, the things that I do, the way that my kids react, the things that my kids say, like everything. It's so strange. Jupiter and Pluto are conjunct in Capricorn. Holy crap. I knew there was I don't know why I thought maybe it was Mars in Jupiter, but it's Jupiter and Pluto. I knew there was a conjunction that happened a couple days ago. When we did the meditation, the global meditation, there was some kind of a conjunction that was definitely adding to that energy, for sure. Jupiter and Pluto are in your first house along with Saturn, double cap Libra rising. I hope I said that right. Oh! Sorry, guys. I kicked it with my foot. I'm balancing my computer on a box right now. It's a balance and transition period, so much chaos is coming to light, integrating calm and chaos, because they are one and the same. Exactly. They are the equal and opposite polarities of each other. Okay? And we just had a Libra full moon, and that's all about balance. And then also bringing things, that were maybe hidden to light, so that balance can be restored. Everything is a distraction right now. Well, technically everything is a distraction, because as you're experiencing external interaction, you're distracting yourself from an internal experience. So, equal and opposite polarities, anytime you're doing something externally, you're distracting yourself from internal stuff. That's why when we meditate, we don't do a lot of other things when we meditate. There is active meditation as well, but there is also quiet, 0-point meditation, which is an important part of the process of finding that quiet space within, without the distractions. Oh, you have info for hashies. I'm watching for us. Scott Murphy, my wife is struggling greatly. She's grown a lot rapidly recently, but she doesn't really understand her body and blockages yet. So she's had a tough week with big ups and downs, more opportunities to love. Scott Murphy, you are such an amazing being. Wow, she is so lucky to have you. And good for you being there for her, because spiritual awakening is messy, it's hard, and when your partner isn't understanding what's going on with you, it makes it just that much harder. And me and my husband have gone back and forth with my own awakening process, where he just thinks I'm completely losing my mind, and then I kind of prove him otherwise, because I have a way of doing that. And so he's starting to understand why I am the certain ways that I am, and it's actually helping him evolve his consciousness as well. But I'm not forcing him to evolve. I'm not forcing him to wake up. I'm not telling him he has to be spiritual or anything. I'm just allowing him to just be. And because I'm not forcing him to try to be like me, he's allowing me to grow and expand. Oh, my ear is ringing. He's downstairs too. I wonder if he's so telepathic. I wonder if he's like tuning into what I'm talking about. That's so funny. So, one of the things I've realized about my husband is he kind of has been like an external mirror for me for a lot of the things that I just wasn't able to express for myself. So sometimes I've noticed that we will seek out partners that maybe fill the little spots that we don't have within us. And that's why I think so many people are obsessed with like twin flame programs, because they think that they have these parts of them that are missing. But really, we have ourselves in wholeness. We have the ability to tap into all these different energetic centers. But then we also have our families and our collectives that kind of fill in the little spots that maybe, because there's so many different energies and there's so many different combinations of energies, you can't have everything, all of it. So that's why we have each other. So relationships are very important. So that's why we've been healing a lot of the relationships we have with ourselves, and also healing the relationships we have with other people, because that is an important part of our ability to expand and evolve. I mean, you can go into solitude and do it on your own, but you don't have to. That's what I'm saying. You can allow other people's energies to fill in the spots that maybe you are weaker in, as long as you don't allow yourself to become dependent on them. It's about finding balance and learning to work with people and learning to understand how energy works and how we work together as energetic beings and how we kind of make up an energetic system when we work together, and how we draw in people into our lives in order to create a functioning energetic system for our reality. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Oh yeah, well the meditation, usually once the meditation is over, because we're at like 19 in the chat, once the meditation's over, the numbers dwindle out pretty quickly. And that's to be expected. I mean, really, this is just chat time. This is fun time. We did all the learning stuff in the beginning, and the meditation, and the light codes, and the activations, and now it's just like, if you want to stick around and have a chat. Oh, Katie, you've been here the whole time. Oh my gosh, and your window's doing its own thing. Thank you for the meditation. You know what's funny is I keep having to close my window out and refresh it just so I can stay up on the chat too. So I wonder if yours does the same thing. If your window does that, try next time to close out and then reopen it and see if that helps. I'm so glad you're here, Katie. Oh my gosh. I did that past life meditation. I was hoping you were going to be a part of that one. So we still have to get together and do some hypnosis. Katie's been helping me evolve my hypnosis program, and she's been a big support system for that, if anybody's wondering what we're talking about. 2 to 3 a.m. almost every night you're getting Shooken Awake, JW. That's crazy. You getting downloads? Sorry. Do you get downloads when you wake up? Sorry. Whew, clearing or something. Do you like have like random thoughts run through your head, or way to like write things down when you are kind of like shooken awake? Maybe there could be like a connection to what's waking you up. Betsy. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We already did the meditation, but you can always watch the replay. We're kind of just having a chat here. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to throw them in, and I will answer them as best as I can. You can't stop sleeping, Bravery. Been getting a lot of integration. I know when I have a lot that I have to integrate, I will be called to sleep more because the body just seems to integrate energies better when it's not trying to work too hard. Oh, Glitch. Love your lion naps. Oh my gosh. I wish I mean, every now and then, I guess migraines, I get to take naps. Every now and then, like on my birthday, I always make sure I get a birthday nap. Every year on my birthday, I get a birthday nap. Unless I have to work. But I haven't been working the last couple of years. I've been working from home, so. Once upon a time, I used to nap strawberry time, so you know how it feels. I love naps so much. Glitch says, this is all an illusion. Earth experience is a game. If you don't know now, you do. So there's just confirmation. Glitch says, you know. And it's true. Like, when you really start tapping into your higher consciousness, you just really start to see the third dimensional illusion for what it is. And the game for what it is. And it's like nothing really even surprises you anymore because you just understand why it's happening. It's like, oh, okay. Well, it kind of sucks, but I know why it's happening. Oh, this is amazing, and now I know why it's happening. It's like, no matter what it is, you know why it's happening. There's no surprises anymore. It's like, why is this happening to me? No, it's you know why this is happening to you. Sounds like I've projected and observed the simulation. It's very possible. I go interesting places in dream time, like, not this, I go out of this dimension, this universe, this world, everything. Like, I go to places that there's no way to talk about it here. There's no way to speak. There's just no expression or form or words for it here. You gotta lose your mind to find your soul, right? Right, Hannah Marie? So your wife is also going through a similar process and stage, John Binney, as Scott Murphy's. That's beautiful. And a lot of us with significant others, us awakened beings with significant others, if your significant other isn't currently going through this stage, they may be soon. So be aware of a lot of emotional stuff coming up for that significant other, a lot of purging, a lot of clearing of shadows, and just kind of help them with your awareness and just really tap into that higher heart, that unconditional love. There's no judgment there. You just love them for every aspect of their being, light, dark, everything. So Scott Murphy says, she tells me that many times a day, so she knows you're a good one. It's been particularly tough through our daughter's medical journey, but I've always known why I was with her from day one. I prayed for the one. That's so beautiful, and I just got chills. Oh, you're such an amazing person. I'm so glad that you connected with our channel and with this community, and that you're a part of these meditations with me and with us, and that you're a part of this family. Scott, I'm so grateful to have you. Autoimmune isn't what we've been told. I agree. There's so much more to it, and it's really highly connected to our spirituality. And I think that we as a collective are going to learn that, and with our awareness, we're going to start healing ourselves. We're going to heal ourselves, and we're going to blow Western medicine out of the water. They're just going to be like... Alright, so check out medical medium Anthony Epstein Barr and strep. They're all underlying for all immune systems. Aren't those viruses? There is just synchronicity, and I just got chills. Ugh, yeah. All right. JW says, anyway, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for being you. You are all beautiful, and I appreciate you. I love you all. I love you too. I love you so much. Oh, you guys are so beautiful. There's so much love here right now. And it's so beautiful. I love it so much. I'm so lucky. These Fridays I look forward to them, connecting with you all and experiencing this, because you can't get this anywhere else. This is higher heart love. This is unconditional love frequencies going on right now. Downloads on downloads, Carm. Me too. And they're still integrating. I'm sure I'm going to wake up in the morning and be like, oh, there's more I should have said every live stream. I wake up and I'm like, oh, I missed this and I missed that and I should have said this and I should have said that. But then there's always another chance for me to say it in another experience, live stream, whatever chat. So even though I always feel like, oh, I missed the chance to say something, I never actually missed the chance to say it. I'm just reminding myself that I still have to say it. I just thought I missed the chance. The chance is still available. Anthony William, he explains it all. I intuitively knew, but I couldn't express it verbally. Okay. And Miracle says, thank you, everyone. It's been beautiful. I'm assuming that means we're probably, oh my gosh, it's going to be about an hour and a half now we've been going. So I definitely feel like if you guys have more questions, throw them in the chat for sure. I'm so grateful to have you all here. Alexi Constant says, how can you see spirits? So that's a little bit of a tricky question. There's a lot of different ways to see spirits, because it depends on the spirit itself's frequency, how you experience it. If you experience it as a visual representation of itself, if you feel it. So that's kind of a tricky question. As far as how I see spirits personally, how I've experienced seeing spirits personally, I see them in the form of orbs, in the form of like mists of color, like smoke or mist, like fog, in streams of energy, in geometrics, like sacred geometry shapes that have energetic like information that I can communicate with and get messages through. So these are like shapes, symbols that like talk to me through energy, not like using words. And these are all forms of spirits. And then you have like ghosts. So for me, I guess ghosts, I've never seen like apparitions like full on in my face. I feel their presence. It's more of like a physical feeling, and then I'll be directed to certain things visually, like a certain color. Like my grandpa, when he communicates with me, he will direct my sight to the color blue. So if I know that I see blue, and then I turn my gaze and I see blue again, and then I turn my gaze and I see blue again, and every time I turn my gaze, it goes to the color blue, I know it's my Grandpa Wade communicating with me, because that's one of the ways he communicates with me, and then I can feel his presence once I make the realization, hi Grandpa. I can feel it. It's like chills throughout your body. And then usually I will get information through the form of energy, colors, and then that will sometimes bring through a message, which will come through like a word, a feeling, and maybe a color. And that's how I work with like ghost spirits. Oh, Tosh, you're here. Okay, so you'll wait for the replay. Oh my God, I just sent out your package today, and I put some goodies in there. Ooh, I put some little crystals for your daughter. They're just the little tumbled ones that I put in like my candles and stuff. But I thought it would be pretty for her to like you know, she can put them on her dresser or in a little jar or something. I don't know, she can just put them in her hands. But you said she was getting into crystals, so I wanted to give that to her. And I also threw a little extra in there for you, Tosh. Some oil that I made. You saw the orbs before, Hannah Mori? Yeah, I see them in different colors. And sometimes their energy feels very fairy-like. Sometimes their energy feels very angelic. So the orbs to me are just like energetic, like like little balls of energy that communicate with me, that are connected to a stream of consciousness. It's like a little message. I don't know if that's gonna resonate with somebody, but it's just like it's like, you know how I don't know how to explain that. It's like you know, because I see them as like little, you know, like sometimes they blink a little bit, but usually when I see one, some kind of a message will come through. Either I'll see something and it'll like trigger something, or, you know, some kind of download will start. So they're like little like message balls. That's totally silly. Oh. John Binney says, I usually see dark shadows and entities, but in the last 2 weeks, I only see light beings like white mists floating outside. One passed in my woods yesterday like a white angel. Yay. Oh, that's so beautiful. See, that's kind of how I see them. It's like mist beings. With, like, it's just like mist with no physicality. And like when I see, like, I guess you could say angelics, like the way I see it is they're just like, they look like that. Like, you know how like the flame kind of looks like that? If you could imagine that with like a bunch of mist coming off from it, like a foggy flame with mist coming off from it, and like streams of energy that look kind of like wings. And I think that's just what they look like to me. Your grandpa likes to leave you pennies. Oh, I love it. And so spirits communicate with us all the time if we have the eyes to see and we're open to their communications. And it's just little things like that, like pennies or feathers. For me, like my grandpa communicates with me by directing my vision to the color blue. And then once I make that connection, we can communicate. So just be open and aware of your surroundings. But then Grandpa also likes to play with things in my house. We were testing a ghost tube app last night too, that he could actually talk to you through. Interesting. I'll have to hear more about that. You've been so at Alexi Constant says, thanks for explaining. I am feeling and seeing things quite a lot. This thing called life is definitely exciting. Yes, it is. Isn't it, right? They're visual representations. Yes, because technically they can't exist in our dimension, so they have to send like an energetic frequency down, and we see it in some kind of a form depending on where our consciousness is. I know see nothing, only colors, but those are amazing enough for me. That's Scott Murphy. So colors is how it starts, and colors is how I communicate with energy. So when you learn to develop a system with energy through a language, through colors, through frequency, through sound, through light, through feeling, like I don't really know how to fully explain like how I do it, but I communicate with energy by a color. I'll get like a color, and then I'll get a feeling within my body connected to that color, and then I'll get like a word. And so I'll see, okay, so what does this word have to do with that color, that frequency, that chakra, and how does that all tie in together? And it's like so I'll get like, it's like a little code, a little puzzle that I get to figure out. Once I figure out what it means, then I can essentially like unbox the message. We are co-creators. Yes, we are. Everything you think is created in one dimension because we are infinite, okay? And the experiences are infinite, and so you have a thought, it will have its creation, but it will also have an equal and opposite polarity of that in another parallel dimension, okay? So once it plays out that experience that it doesn't need to play it out, it ceases to exist. It reabsorbs back into source. That's how we have infinite breaking down and putting back together of experiences. And how everything that has a thought basically has also an equal and opposite reaction to whatever that thought is. Messenger orbs is a very apt description, I think. That was Hannah Mori. Cool, I'm glad I am not the only one. I hear Steph get told what to eat, and sometimes it's just damn right noisy of some level if I decide to get a little roasted. Yeah, so there's a reason why they call alcohol spirits. Woo! Man, I can only imagine, like, when I look back on myself, like, in my drinking days, like, the kind of behavior, I was definitely channeling some of my lower selves. Let's just leave it at that. During those days. Rita R. Woodward says, we believe we saw fairies in the woods the other day. Bigger than butterflies, too cold yet for butterflies. There were 2 of them. Sounds like a fairy. Yay! So exciting for you. So fairies really like honey, by the way. But they don't like crappy honey. They're picky about their honey. They like, like raw, natural, unfiltered, like non-GMO, not the processed stuff. But they love honey. And they love singing and they love dancing so much. I actually have 2 rocks in my little fairy house. You see these? And I hold these while I dance and charge them up. Charge up their energy while I'm dancing, and then once they're all nice and full, I put them back in and let them enjoy some of that beautiful energy. Oh, you keep losing connection and you have to keep looping back into the feed. I know my connection keeps dropping out on this phone too. It's on Wi-Fi and I have to keep refreshing to get back to the chat. My Wi-Fi kind of sucks. I'm sorry. It's not that great. Oh, okay. Thank you for being here, Scott Murphy. Alright, I think I'm caught up on everybody. Oh, they moved like butterflies and went away from us. But you could feel their energy. It felt like something more, right? That's how you can tell. It just feels. You can just feel. It's like you could feel it right in the heart chakra. It's like your heart chakra starts to open and you can really feel their presence. Like, they're they give you like this incredible, like, warm, fuzzy feeling that just kind of like goes over your whole body. That's how you can tell when they're around. Oh yeah, they definitely knew you saw them. And they also could hear everything you were thinking. Because they're very, very telepathic. They know everything that's going on in there, so always know that. Yeah, you definitely had to quit. Me too. I haven't drank in a really long time. I got off all my, I got myself off all of the prescription meds I was on. I was on a ton of medications. So many, it's not even funny. So I'm like finally getting myself back to like functioning normally. I've also been doing like morphogenetic field energy healing to try to like speed up the healing process for me. Get through this little hunch. Been struggling, but I'm getting there. It's like I always like look back on the hardest times when I was like dealing with the most pain and the most depression, but it's also when I like had the most growth. So these are tough but glorious times, let me tell you. You had a leprechaun visit once. It was quite unique. I want to see a leprechaun. I've never said. That would be amazing. Oh. I love leprechauns. I know that they aren't like they are in the fairy tales or anything like that. It's just like there are certain beings that you grow up really liking, and I always just really like leprechauns and gnomes and stuff like that. Like I just always been super into the fae, even before I even knew what fae were. They were just fairies to me then, and gnomes, and I didn't even realize they were like connected, to be honest, when I was a kid. Alright, so it looks like we are simmering down and my cat is biting me and licking my arm. She really wants me to be done. And we are going on an hour and 40 minutes. So if anybody has anything else that they want to throw in the questions, go ahead and do that now. And just going to double check the chat over here just to make sure. No, I think that's it. Okay, so next Friday we're going to be doing a dance meditation. So bring your dancing shoes. You were 6? Okay, perfect. See, kids, you always see them more when you're a kid than when you're not. It's so much harder to see fairies and stuff like that when you're an adult. Especially if you were told a lot when you were a kid, when you were seeing them, that they weren't real. Okay, so, yeah, that'll create some blockages right there. Going back to that inner child feeling. Alright, so everybody, I love you all. Oh, do you have a question, Strawberry Time? Oh, Glitch, you made it for the whole one again. I thought for sure you had fallen asleep by now, but you're still here. That's amazing. 2 in a row. That's got to be like a record. Thank you that way. Everybody have an awesome one. There's no hurry. You'll be activated when it's mission time. Oh, yeah, totally. Everything in divine time, right? Yes, so JW, next Friday, we are going to be doing a dance meditation. So everybody bring your dancing shoes. And of course, dancing is not required. It is optional, but I encourage it because I'm going to be dancing. And it will just make it really fun. And if you don't like dancing, just chair dance or just kind of move your shoulders back and like bop your head. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a special track. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how the week goes. So, I will see you all next Friday for dancing. I'm so excited. And I love you all so much. I'll see you next time. Ow, she bit me!